Good morning. It's Friday, August 8th, and there may be some very good news coming in a few days. Because a top Kremlin aide has said that there's been an agreement reached for a Trump-Putin meeting coming up soon. Now, it's very important that Trump and Putin meet face to face. Top Kremlin aide Yuri Yushakov said Thursday that an agreement has been reached for U.S. President Donald Trump to meet his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin in coming days, and adding that the parties are already working on preparations. Many of us have recognized the fact that Trump has always admired Putin's time, and that was disrupted by some of Putin's activities, especially in the war in the Ukraine when Trump became president for the second time. So it's difficult to say how long these preparations will take, Yushakov continued. But the goal is for the meeting to take place next week. That's what Russian state media reported. On Wednesday, Trump said there was a good chance that the two leaders could meet very soon to discuss a potential end to the war in Ukraine. Now, Putin and Trump had very good relations up to a certain point before this war broke out. So now I am sure that the two men, when they meet, will be able to possibly smooth things over. But Yushakov could not confirm where the meeting would take place. But he said the location had already been agreed upon and would be announced later. And that's according to one of the news organizations. The IRA or the RIA, whatever it is. He added that Moscow has not responded to a proposal put forward by U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff for a possible trilateral talk between Putin, Trump, and Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky. So maybe they're trying to really get this thing locked up tight. So on Wednesday, Witkoff and Putin met in Moscow to discuss an end to Russia's war, even though Trump later said that there had not been a breakthrough between the two men. He was also cautious when questioned about the timeline for a deal, saying that he has been disappointed with this particular situation. Well, it's a dicey situation. People put up ideas and then you forget about them or you rearrange the ideas. So meeting with high-level officials like Putin and Trump is not an easy thing to carry out, because these are strong-minded men and they're not going to give in to one another easily. So the meeting in which Witkoff visited Russia for the 5th time this year came after a frustrated Trump imposed a deadline on Moscow, which is due to expire on Friday, to agree to a ceasefire or face tough secondary sanction hitting countries that buy Russian oil with 100% tariff. So Trump is threatening the Russian leader in order to get him to come to the table. That seems to me to be a typical Trump tactic. Scare the enemy into submission, so to speak. We'll see if it works. It might not work this time. So just hours after this meeting took place, the U.S. leader imposed an additional 25% tariff on India as punishment for its imports of Russian oil, according to a document posted on the White House website. So I don't know why Trump thinks that's going to affect his arrangements with Russia, but it might. Zelensky, who spoke to Trump following the Witkoff-Putin meeting, said Wednesday, it seems that Russia is now more inclined toward a ceasefire. Now that could be because no matter what Russia does, they're not winning this war. And I don't know that Russia is in such great economic shape that they can continue to fight a senseless war with the Ukraine. Pressure on Russia is working. But the main thing is that they do not deceive us with the details that they're giving us. And that's us, the Ukraine, or the United States. So we'll have to wait and see how this Ukrainian twist turns out. And we'll see if Russia comes to the table and ends this senseless war. But at least there's talks going on, and that is a positive sign. So I leave you with the hope that the Russia-Ukraine war ends soon. And I know that Russia is suffering more than they will admit because of this war. So maybe it will really end soon. Have a great day. Bye.